He had two sons, Nadav and Avihu, and they died. We read about them in Yom Kippur in a shul. And they died when they entered to serve Hashem with no permission. When they died single. They never got married. The reason they didn't get married, Nadav, because he thought that the Jewish ladies are not good enough for him. He described them not good enough for him, and he died single. What happened to him? God reincarnated him in a new life. What he became in his new life? Samson. What was his end? Measure for measure. All the punishments of God are always a measure for measure. What you did, that's what you eat. You cooked what you're going to eat. For instance, when in his previous life he did not evaluate enough Jewish ladies, in his next life he's dead weight by a non-Jewish woman. Measure for measure. His life, he suffered from all these foreign Philistines, measure for his previous life. And he say, and Nadav, one of the reasons he died, the Torah described, because he went to serve Hashem when he was drunk from a wine. And you know the story of Samson. Samson became a monk. And a monk means he does not cut his hair, and he cannot drink wine. That's what the Torah say. Measure for measure. In your previous life, you died because you were drunk when you came to serve God in the altar over there. Now in his next life, he does not touch wine. To correct his sins from his previous life. This is what the Ari writes. Now, Dr. Ian Stevenson, a psychiatrist and parapsychologist from Virginia University, had 30 years of research from the 60s until today, and checked 600 cases of reincarnation all over the world. And in his he checked kids that are 2.5 years old to 4 years old. Why? Because kids cannot play tricks and they cannot fool you because they're innocent. And he started to investigate them, and he found many cases that children, flood of evidence, that children, a lot of them remember their previous life. I'm going to show you 1 or 2 movies about children that describe their previous life in details. From A to Z, you're going to see it in front of your eyes with a little patience. One of the stories, the case of Indika Ganreta from Sri Lanka, was born in 1962. Dr. Stevenson followed on his story and published his conclusion in 1974. Indika, the boy, started to talk when he was 2 years old. A year later, 3 years old, he started to describe himself as a very wealthy resident of the city Matara, that is on the southern beach of Sri Lanka. He said that he has a big mansion, a Mercedes car, he has elephants in his backyard, and a servant that his name is Parmazada, that used to be his private chauffeur, driver. The father of Indika Gonreta started to listen to the story of his 3 years old son, and he went to the city of Matara to check if there was really a person like this that fit the description of his son. And obviously he found that mention over there. He passed the story to Dr. Stevenson. Dr. Stevenson continued the investigation. He went to India and to Sri Lanka, and he confirmed large portion of the story of that kid. And he was a businessman that's selling wood. His name was Verizinga. He owned elephants, and he died in 1960. That means when he died in 1960, he was born in 1962 again. 2 years. He was in heaven, up there, and then he came back in another body. But the difference between him and us, that we were here also in another body, but we don't remember. Every rule has an exception to the rule. For every few million people, you have 1 or 2 that remember clearly their previous life. And every question you're going to ask them, they'll tell you exactly what took place in their life when they used to live in a different country. We're going to see some of these cases. Shanti was born in Delhi in India in 1926. When she was 3 years old, she started to tell her parents about what's taking place in the city of Motera. She said that my husband, 3 years old, my husband, 3 years old, is a my husband Kaider Nat, and I died when I gave birth to my son. 10 days after my son was born, I died, she said, 3 years old. In the beginning, her parents ignored her stories. But when she became 9 years old, she started to speak constantly about her previous life with exact details. The parents started to investigate. They sent a messenger to the city of Motera, and they found that her husband that she described, Kaider Nat, is still alive. They wrote him a letter. They say, we have a little girl that hallucinating, and she's speaking about you, that you used to be her husband. He was very impressed by the story, and he decided to surprise her. One day he showed up to Delhi, knocked on the door. The parents and Shanti did not know he's coming. As they opened the door, the girl recognized him right away. Kaider, how are you? And her husband started to investigate her and ask her personal question that his wife knew. She answered all the questions correctly. All the food that she used to make for him, his favorite food, and many, many other things. Why did you get remarried? The 9 years old asked him. Didn't we make an agreement that after I die you will never get remarried again? She says, she's right. I made an agreement with her. And after she gave birth to my son, she died. And I got remarried. So they brought 3 respectable people, you know, from the newspaper, a lawyer and then businessmen, to follow her up and take her to the city of Motera and check the way she behaves over there. When they got to the train station, remember this is 1926 we're talking, right? No cars, no airplanes yet. When they got to the train station of Motera, they tried to trick her in all kinds of tricks. As soon as she got to the train station, she recognized in the crowd a person which was her brother-in-law in her previous life. His name was Gita. She pointed at him inside all the crowds. Then they rented a carriage, and she showed the driver how to get to her house from her previous life. Make a right, make a left. She recognized the house, even though the house was completely renovated and was painted in a different color. She recognized her father-in-law from her previous life. When she entered the house, she recognized all the house, the furniture even. Then she came to one room. Before she opened the door, she was able to tell what's inside that room. In a corner of one of the rooms, she stopped. And she said, in this corner, I hide money under the ground. Please dig over here. They started to dig. And when they finished digging, the money was not there. She said, what's going on? I know I hid money here. The embarrassed husband was standing in the corner, admitting that he needed the money, and he took the money from that corner. So he confirmed that really there was money over there. This is a girl. In Israel, we have Arabs that are called Druze. You heard about the Druze? Yeah. They're loyal to Israel, and they serve even in the army. And by the Druze is very, very popular, stories of previous life, for whatever reason. One of them, his name is Badr, a Druze soldier from Osfia. Osfia is in Israel. He was about to throw granite in the middle of training in the army, and his hand froze. He remembered that once already he died from this granite. He started to get scared. He could not throw it, and he could not explain why. He said, until age 10, I remember my death. Then I started to forget, but that moment when I joined the army, it all came back to me. I did not die as a soldier. I died as a shepherd. I was standing in one of the mountains where the Israeli army used to train. I was 18 years old, about to join the army in my previous life, and I found a granite on the floor. I opened it up,